Yes, morning. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. So, I am Reena. Okay, my name is Reena. I am going to take you the subject small business enterprise. Okay, so this subject it is like every Friday from 10:15 to 12:15. Don't be absent on these classes because if you skip one or two classes, then it will affect your exams. So your course outline. So in your course outline, I will give you the soft copy of the course outline. Okay. So you can form a WhatsApp group. You can form a WhatsApp group like for small business enterprise. In that, add me also. Okay. My WhatsApp number is okay. My email ID. You can add me in that group so that the course outline, the lecture notes, everything will be shared in the group. So according to your course outline, there is like 8 chapters, okay, for enterprise, small business enterprise. The first unit deals about the introduction. So always the first unit of every subject will be introduction. So introduction, the meaning, characteristics of small business, then importance of small business enterprise, ownership structure, and policy initiatives for small business. And your second unit is about business plan. So how you are going to make a business plan? What is your outline of the business plan? What is the main importance of business plan? Then deciding the strategies of a business plan. So your second unit will be talking about the business plan. And the third unit is about financial management. So the financial, how you will plan financially for your business. Whether it is a long-term financial planning or small-term financial planning, then your working capital, cash management, all the like anything related to financial is coming in unit 3. Then in unit 4, your marketing management, then human resource management, performance management. So when you come to your unit 1, it is meaning and importance of small business enterprise. What do you mean by small business enterprise? So by the term itself we can like say what is the meaning? Meaning of small business enterprise. Yes? You can guess. Yes. What is small business enterprise? What is small business? Like even a layman who is standing out, if you go and ask what is small business, he will be able to tell. What is the meaning of small business?
I feel like small business, those businesses that operate at a local level and do not involve too much legal actions or policies.
Okay. Yes, very good. So small business, according to a layman, according to a normal person, small business is a business which is very small. Okay? Which is very small means how you will define a business which is very small or bigger? Based on the employees, based on the financial stability, based on the income, based on the investment. Okay. So based on these things only you will categorize a business as a small or a big one. Okay. So small business enterprise is a business entity which comprises only a limited number of employees. Okay. You can even take the meaning of small business enterprise. Small business enterprise is defined in terms of investment, number of people, or employees, volume of output or production, or even sales, and techniques of production. So based on these things only we can categorize a business as a small scale business or a large scale business. Okay. So if the number of employees are less than 5 or less than 10, then we can say that that business is a small scale business. If the number of employees are more than 100, 150, 250, it is a large scale business. If your volume of production, okay, for a year itself, if it is very small compared to other production units, then it is a small scale. Then the techniques used for production. So there might be various techniques. If you see a large scale business, there will be lot of techniques used. But in a small scale unit, there will be only one technique used to produce. So by the way of using the techniques also, you can distinguish that a small scale or a large scale. Are you clear with the meaning of small scale? Characteristics of small scale. So from the definition itself, we can find out some characteristics from the definition itself. So what all may be the characteristics of small scale? Very good, low capital, then low capital, or we can say as limited investment. Okay. So you will not be investing more money. So that the investment, the amount of investment in the company will be very less. That only she has told, like low capital. Then yes. Very good, limited number of employees. So these things you can derive from the definition. So as we discussed, the number of employees in the business will be very small. There will not be more number of employees. So if the number of employees are very small, very limited, then it is known as the small business enterprise. If the number of employees are more, then it is a large scale. Okay. Then Then another important characteristic is the labor. The employees are unorganized. The labor or the employees will be unorganized. So there will not be any organization. There will not be any the laborers will not have any like rules or regulations or any kind of policies to be followed. As he very well pointed out in the definition, there will not be any policies. They will be like doing their own business on their own style. For example, if I am owning a company means I will not be having any policies to rule over the employees. So there will not be any policies and there will not be any procedures to guide them. They will be having their own policies. The like day to day how to organize and how to take the business, they will be having their own business. So there will not be any organized structure of business, especially for the laborers. So the laborers are unorganized. They can come at any time, they can go at any time. Whenever they feel to take leave, they can take leave. So there will not be any policies guiding the employees. Clear? So it is also one of the important characteristics. The laborers unorganized. So there will not be any proper organization for the laborers to work. Then the business operations will be mostly based on the local area. Okay. So they will not do the business operation by going to the next place or next area and do the business. They will do the business where they survive itself. So they will not go internationally or even nationally because they have a very less capital. The capital investment for the business is very less. So they will be trying to organize the business only in the local area, and there will not be any marketing tools being made. Okay. So there will not be any advertisements, any promotions for the business. They will do the business based on their own locality itself. For example, if you see in your area, in your village, there will be small shops. Okay, they will be having their own investment, they will be having their own products and they will be selling only to those areas. They will not come out of that village and they will sell. So they will be having a small business enterprise in their own local area. The area of operation is very limited. They will not come out and they will not market the product, they will not advertise the product. So they will be doing the business in their own area. That is only known as the area of operation is very limited. And the last characteristics is it is owner management. Okay, like there will not be any other person to come and control the business. It is a sole trader. It is my business. I will be having the whole responsibility. I will be having the whole power to manage my business. So the business is being managed and controlled by myself. Okay. So these are the characteristics of small business enterprise. So as you very well know, it is a limited investment. Okay. The capital which is being invested in the company is very limited, it is very small. There will not be any huge amount of capital being invested. So it is a limited investment. Then the number of employees or the number of workers working in that organization is limited. Will be small number of employees only. There will not be large number of employees working in that organization. And the laborers are unorganized. There will not will operate at a smaller level in their own local area only. They will not go and see the next area of operation. So if you have a business in your own place, that business will be in one place only. It is not like Chittigu Asana. Okay? So the business operations will be limited, will be in their own area. And the last one is this small scale business are owner management. There will not be any other person who will be coming and dominating the business. It is the owner management. Okay. So these are the characteristics of small business enterprise. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Clear the characteristics? So like characteristics, we have some problems also which are being faced by small business enterprise. We cannot say that there is an enterprise which doesn't have any problem. No. Every organization, every business, when we are starting a business, there will be a problem. Okay. Even as an entrepreneur, when you are starting a business, small scale business or large scale or a medium scale, you might be facing a lot of problems. So when you take this small business enterprise, according to you, what do you think? What are all the problems may come?
I think because there is limited investment, so it's hard for the business to grow.
Okay. So like we can categorize the problems like two main problems. So we can categorize like financial problem and the other problems. Okay. Financial problem, as we invest very small, okay, as the capital investment is very little, then the company may face the financial problems, financial issues. But when the company is like, when your business entity is a medium scale or a small scale or a large scale, you might get lot of funds from other sources. But if it is a small scale industry, small scale business, we cannot get funds or sources from others. We should only get money. So financial problem is one of the major problem. It is a central problem to access. Okay. Financial problem acts as a central problem. Around this only every problem evolves, surrounds. Because if you are a small scale business, you will not be given guarantee to run the business by any other person. So if for example, if we think that if she is starting a business means, and it is a small scale, whether I will give guarantee for her to run the business? No, because it is a small scale and she invests very less, and we know that what profit she gets in that business. So no one will be ready to invest. Okay. So the investment are very less. So no one will be able to guarantee. No guarantee will be there. No guarantee will be given to the small business enterprise. And the people will think that if they give loan, they will not be able to repay the loan. So when the return of investment is very less, the repayment of loan is very hard. That is also one of the problem of small business enterprise. So the most important problem, the central problem is financial problem. Why there is a financial problem? Because when you start a small business enterprise, the people will not depend, people will not like give confidence on you and give guarantee, and the loan repayment will not be high, it will be very hard, and it will not be on time. So these are the two things which makes the small business enterprise very hard. Okay, and the other problems like no planning. So whenever you start a business, whenever you do a business, you have to plan properly. Only if planning is there, a business will be successful. If you don't plan, then the business will not be successful one. Because you have to plan where I am going to start a business, what is the product I am going to concentrate, what is the amount of investment I am going to put. So everything has to be planned. If you are not planning, then your business will not be successful. So that is also one of the important problem which is being faced by small business enterprise. They will not plan, they will do as such. Okay, so they will plan today, I am going to start a business, then immediately they will start a business. So there will not be a proper planning investment, and then there will be shortage of raw materials. Shortage of raw materials. So the raw materials which are needed to produce the products which are required for a business, it will not be flowing very good. There will be shortage. For example, if I am planning to keep a juice shop, means the raw material should be adequate for me. That means I should get the fruits to prepare the juices. If I am not getting the raw materials properly, then my business is a failure. If you have a small business enterprise, means your capital is very limited. So your raw materials is also in trouble. You cannot get raw materials as such when you are needed. So that is also one problem. The raw materials, there will be a high demand in the raw materials. And there will not be any infrastructure. If you see the small business, like when you go from here, like the corner of this road, left side if you see one lady will be selling tomatoes and onions. Is she having any infrastructure? No. She is just selling in the road. So for small business enterprise, there is no infrastructure. That is also one problem. Because if there is heavy rain, then they cannot do the business. If there is like too much hot also, they cannot do the business. So the infrastructure is very important. The infrastructure is very important. Since they don't have any infrastructure, it is also a big problem for them to carry out the business. Okay. So the small business enterprise, they don't have any infrastructure. They have a shortage for raw materials, and also they don't have any infrastructure. The small business enterprise, they lack technology. Even they don't know what is technology. They don't keep themselves updated. They follow only the old versions of the technologies. So the technologies is not updated in the small business enterprises. That is also one of the important problem. And the last one is marketing problem. They have the business, they have the product, but they don't know how to market the product. They don't know because they don't have any technologies. They don't use any technologies. They cannot market the product in email or like WhatsApp or Facebook. They only depend upon the older form of marketing. They don't know any promotional methods, any advertisements. So the marketing is also one of the important problems. So these are the problems which are faced by small scale industries. Sorry, small business enterprises. Like if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. And we can also add one more point here, like lack of training. Like if you see any other organization, any other business, the employees are being given training to do the production process, how to produce the products. Like for example, if you are going to make what is that? Maize, what do you see that? What do you say? No, flour. What is that flour? Maize flour. Okay. So if you want to do that maize flour means, so there is a process for doing that. Okay. But a small scale business enterprise, those people may not be trained. They lack training, they lack professional training. So what they will do? They take long hours of process to do that. Okay. But if that employees are being professionally trained, then it will not take time. It may consume the time and it also reduces the wastage. So lack of professional training is also one of the important problem which is being faced by small business enterprise. So these are the problems. The main important problem is financial problem. Due to financial problem what they are facing, they like the small business enterprises are not getting any guarantee from the people to do the business, even to grow the business. And they are not, the people are thinking that if it is a small business enterprise, then the repayment is not there. The loan repayment is not there. So the financial problem is very most important problem. And we have the other problems like there is no proper planning, the employees are not proper planned, the organization is not properly planned, they just do the business whatever they like. So it is like a day-to-day business. So today if they want, they will open the shop and do it. Tomorrow if you see, it will be closed. So it is like a small business. Then the raw materials will not be supplied properly. The shortage of raw materials will be there. They will not get the raw materials on time, on a regular basis. And there will not be any infrastructure. The infrastructure is not available. So wherever they feel to have a business, they will have. And the technology is not there. Lack of technology. There is no like technology advancement being followed in small business enterprise. And the small business enterprise, they doesn't promote the product. So whatever they feel, they like do. They don't have any advertisement policies, promotions to follow. And the lack of professional training is there. They will not get proper training. The proper training will not be there to produce the product. So whatever they feel, they do. So these are the problems which are faced by small business enterprise. Can I rub it? Then we have types. Types of small business enterprise. These are the types of small business enterprise like sole proprietorship, partnership, your limited company and non-profit organizations. So these types you would have already been studied. You know what is sole proprietorship. You know what is partnership. You know what is limited. You know what is non-profit. Yes or no? So now what I suggest is you sit as groups and you discuss how these types like related to small business. Okay? How these types are related to small business enterprise. Clear? Just take 10 minutes.